Boom shakalaka, record money is fleeing from banks as Bitcoin is just getting warmed up. Stay tuned to find out what this means for you. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, we have a lot of very interesting charts for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, including why record money fleeing from the banks actually is very, very good for all of us. Before we get into it, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell, come join us on Twitter at @CryptoLove. Push that like button. Now today, fear and greed at 63, up from yesterday, pretty much even with last week. You know what else is even? The overall market sideways from yesterday. Bitcoin at 28,452, Ethereum at 1821, BNB at 315, XRP 51 cents, Cardano 38 cents, Dogecoin 8 cents, Polygon $1.12, and Solana $21.23. And if you want to know the top coins based on artificial intelligence, we have Anchor Network, IoTeX, Volt Inu, TrueFi, and Ocean Protocol. And you can check out token metrics for yourself. There's a free trial down in the description. Now, Bitcoin today still just sitting on the upper bound of this ascending trend that we have been in since January. And good news, bad news, otherwise just going to continue following this. The next big resistance above where we are is around 30,000, and the support below where we are is around $25,000. But as we can see here, money is fleeing from banks. U.S. banks are witnessing the largest deposit flight since the financial crisis. You can see this, the largest drawdown since 2008. And if people are pulling money out of the banks, yeah, they might hang on to some of it, but also they're going to be looking for other vehicles to put their money into. Not just new cars, but other things like gold, Bitcoin, precious metals, whatever it may be. Now, Bitcoin temporarily has been just finding some resistance right at the SMA 50, right here where we are, right around $27,000, $28,000. Very similar to what happened back in 2019 when it went sideways for a few weeks before an explosive breakout during that summer rally. We also have seen that Bitcoin is in the bull market rally overheat zone. Now this is interesting. This is of the 2-week Bollinger Band percent indicator. Tells us two things. One, Bitcoin's in a bull market. That's awesome news, as this can only happen in a bull market when it gets into the bull market overheat zone. The second thing is Bitcoin will need to cool down sometime soon, but there's still room for a rally. Now the cool thing is, bull markets generally, you can buy pullbacks and make some money. Now, that being said, Bitcoin is looking very, very good. For the first time in almost 4 years, Bitcoin's closing a whole weekly candle in the Ichimoku cloud. In the entire history of Bitcoin, it's broken out to the upside every single time it has entered the Ichimoku cloud. Still bearish? Good luck. If we take a look at the Chand Momentum Oscillator, indicates another scenario where we have a massive breakout to the upside. When we have a breakout of the wedge, which is on the verge of happening, could send Bitcoin much, much higher. The True Strength Index has a bullish cross right down here. We can see historic bullish crosses, 235x, 66x, 14x. How many x? I don't know. A 7, that would still be $150,000 Bitcoin. So it could be very, very good for Bitcoin in the near future. We also have Bitcoin closing the first weekly candle above the sampling period in the Gaussian channel. Did you know that as soon as Bitcoin broke the SP middle line in the Gaussian channel, the bull market started in 2015 and 2019? So far, Bitcoin has never been rejected from this line. So if you're waiting for a larger pullback, it may not happen. We also have the Coral Trend Indicator that gives us a good idea of bullish or bearish. We have just changed from a long period of bearish with the red to the first green bullish dot in almost 2 years. Every time we went from a long downtrend to a green dot, this was historically bull run territory for Bitcoin. And lastly, if we take a look at the long-term holder and short-term holder realized price, we've finally gotten a bullish cross of short-term holder call spaces above long-term holder call spaces. Historically, this is marked confirmation of the start of multi-year Bitcoin bull runs. So why would this time be different? I don't know, especially as people are pulling money out of their banks and looking for other places to put it. Right now, if we take a look at Bitcoin hash rate, absolutely ripping. And Willy Woo says time and time again that Bitcoin price follows hash rate. So if hash rate is ripping, soon price will be ripping too, which brings us to a potential Bitcoin price targets. We can see when we have breakout from a downtrend, the first resistance is at the 61.8 fib, the second resistance is at the 78.6 fib. This happened a few times already. Well, where could we be headed? First one right around 40,000 and second one around $51,000. Not only that, but if we also take a look here at the Bitcoin 1 year MA times 2, this has been resistance many times for Bitcoin historically after getting out of a bear market into a bull market. Well, right now that's about $45,000. So we're looking $40,000 to $45,000 resistance for Bitcoin in the short term, because in the long term, every single one of these little bumps right here was an all-time high. And look at what happened afterwards. Bitcoin just rockets off. And you definitely don't want to be sitting on the sideline when this happens. There's what, like a $27,000 downside? There's a $200,000 upside? I don't know. You do the math. So that's all for today's episode. If you enjoyed it, push that like button. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.
From now on, if you don't own Bitcoin, you're a moron.